Hello and good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your captain speaking, and welcome to We Educate Racing. In this video, our Let's Tune weekly challenge is going to be in October week 4, and we have oh, that's okay. Uh, more. I mean, oh, here we go. This one's going to be very good because this is the Moneymaker event, so we got to make sure we got a good tune for you guys there. This will be fun too. We get to use my GTR. I'll show you guys that car in a little bit. In the meantime, let's hop on to the Jimny, and everything should already be set up here. Snow tires, suspension, and transmission, and parts. I don't think there's a PP limit here, so we're just gonna hop right to it. So step one, right? Ride height. Normally we have a rake, but because we're off-road, we're gonna need all the understeer we can get. The weight is in the front, so that helps. And then anti-roll bars for understeer setup. Natural frequency is fairly soft because we are off-road. Therefore, you can stiffen your dampers a little bit. If you have a stiff natural frequency, then you have to soften either your damper or your anti-roll bars, because you don't want to be too stiff. And because our anti-roll bars are soft, the natural frequency is soft, we can stiffen the entire system with the dampers. And obviously we don't want to go too stiff because we're still off-road. We don't want to be bouncing around too much. Not the chassis. The suspension is fine, but not the chassis. Okay. Camber angles 1.6 just means we want more bite than normal. As soon as we turn, we want the outer wheels influence to turn in. The higher this value, the more turn in influence. 1.6 is good. With the toe out that we have set up, if we have more toe out, say for instance 2, then you can go a little bit higher on the camber angle, and that would aid with turn in. But then because of the severe turn-in and how sensitive the turn-in would become, you alleviate that with the toe angle. But because ours is going to be set to 10, we're going to set this to 6. And then because this is an understeer setup, we want as much rear end oversteer as we can get, regardless how understeer the setup is. And so for lateral grip, the 1 means we don't have a lot. There's some, but not a lot. If we wanted more, obviously we increase this. But yes, because it's an understeer setup, we want a little bit more rotation, and that's going to come from here. The torque, obviously, these are in percentages. 50% will be here. We'll set ours to 40 in the front, and then 10 for the sensitivity, which just means the torque delivery will be sent more towards the outside wheel rather than the inside, and that when it does lock, it's going to lock both wheels together, which is going to pull the entire system forward. That's fine. For the rear, however, we don't want it to be too sensitive, but sensitive enough so that when we kick the throttle, it will lock the rear wheels, which will initiate our drift. Otherwise, as soon as we just accelerate normally, the outside wheel, let's say we're turning right, so the outside wheel here is going to be giving the drive. And obviously, the lower this value, the more the drive will be more towards the inside wheel, which we do not want because that's going to be more understeer. You want the drive from the outside, so we want this higher. Okay. Stiffer braking sensitivity, so when we are off throttle, the rear wheels are more willing, have more willingness to lock off throttle. We don't want it too much. Obviously, it's not too sensitive either, but as soon as we're sideways, the system is going to realize that one wheel is spinning faster than the other. Therefore, off throttle, the differentials are going to lock, which is what we need to maintain the drift without using e-brake or anything like that. All right, that should be it. And then transmission, just I don't know how I got this, so I would assume you just set final all the way to the right. If not, I think it was like 75% of the way, maybe somewhere like 4.25. I don't know. Either way, set it to 5.0, whatever, and then set your speed to 150, and then copy the individual gears, and then just assuming this is correct, your fifth gear should read 150. If not, just adjust it with the final. All right. But either way, you want to be somewhere in the range of 150. I don't know if this is fast enough for this track for this straight here, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Excuse that buzzing noise in the back. That is my AC unit. It is hot in my house, and I did set it to low, so I am considerate of the noise, but hopefully it's not too bad. And then I believe this is this Triptronic? I already set the audio, so this shouldn't be too loud. It sounds loud in my head though. I can't tell if the driver is taking his hand off the wheel or is using a paddle shift, but we're just going to be on the paddle shifter for now. Thank you, differentials, for locking when I need you the most. Next corner is a right turn. Obviously, we've never been here before, or I mean, we may have, but it's been a while. Bye, guys. No touching, no touching. Nice. We got 3 laps, and we're already in first, in third. Oops. I wasn't watching. Around the outside, sideways. Because of our differentials, we have control going sideways. So when the wheels are nearly spinning at the same speed, then the LSD is activated again, giving us traction when we're sideways. Is that a turbo? I hear the turbo spool. Or is that the transmission? I hear something. The transmission is actually on point. Look at that. Because of our rally transmission, we have enough torque in third gear. Very good. And the suspension feels very stable because of the dampers and the soft springs and alright. Full throttle all the way through here. It's full throttle all the way through. It gives us confidence with the car, that's good. Can be full throttle through here. Yeah. Obviously we're overpowered. But whatever, the payout in this thing sucks anyways. Let's just finish this and move on, right? 124.7. Look at that. 117.9. Can we go a little bit faster? 117.5. I can hear my wife say 115. That's cool. Tinted windows. Mischief there. Let's try not to be too aggressive on the slide. Let's try to keep as much grip as we can. I think doing that is enough to hold the momentum. Not too wide, not too wide. Very good then. Hopefully we're ahead. Got it, but if not, whatever. Just trying to end this right quick. And that's, there we go. Purple. No, not even close. That's fine. There you go. Keep this tune because I see this car on these weekly events more often than the others. So that should be good all around. Right on. Till the next one, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys learned anything with tuning, especially. And yeah, till the next one, guys. Bye bye.